Dear students, in this video, unit number 5 of Anna University subject EE8251 circuit theory titled as resonance and coupled circuit will be discussed. What is the syllabus of unit number 5? It should be divided into 3 equal parts. Part number 1 deals with series resonance. Part number 2 deals with parallel resonance. Third one is coupled circuits, that is coefficient of coupling, tuned circuits, single tuned circuits, self inductance, mutual inductance. So we should split the unit number 5 into 3 equal parts. Part number 1 series resonance, second part parallel resonance, third part coupled circuits. So the objective of this video, what all are the topics covered in this video? So here we have to discuss only about a series RLC circuit, that is series resonance. What is resonance? Resonance is a frequency at which an AC circuit will behave exactly as DC circuit. Statement number 1. Statement number 2. What is resonance? Resonance is a particular frequency at which the power factor is unity. So there were n number of statements. Uh, we have to discuss one by one of the resonant frequency. Second statement, derivation of FR. What is the formula of FR? FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. FR is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root LC. So that is we have to derive. Next, bandwidth. What do you mean by bandwidth? And derivation of bandwidth. Bandwidth formula which is equal to R by 2 pi L. So next, quality factor. Derivation of quality factor. Quality factor which is equal to 1 by R root of L by C. So next, finally, half power frequencies, that is lower cutoff frequencies and upper cutoff frequencies and its derivation. So with this we conclude this video. So let us see one by one. What is resonance? What is resonance? An AC circuit. What do you mean by AC circuit? An AC circuit should have energy storing element. So simply we have to assume a resistor, an inductor as well as a capacitor which is connected in series with the AC supply, which is called as AC circuit. So this is AC circuit is said to be in resonance if it is behaves exactly like a pure resistive circuit. So we see the inductor as well as capacitor. What is it? Resistance R. What is the name of this? Inductor L. What is the name of this? Capacitance C. What is the unit of resistance? Ohm. What is the unit of inductance? Henry. Capacitance Farad. So to make the circuit into homogeneous, we should not use the symbol L as well as C. Instead of L, we go for XL. What do you mean by XL? What is the name of XL? XL is nothing but inductive reactance. XL is equal to inductive reactance. What is the formula to calculate XL? XL is equal to omega L, which is equal to 2 pi FL. Similarly, XC is nothing but capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance is equal to 1 by omega C. 1 by omega C is nothing but 1 by 2 pi FC. Now, the three energies, the three passive components, resistance, inductance as well as capacitance, will be in homogeneous unit. That is, the unit of resistance will be available in ohm, the unit of inductance is available in ohm, the unit of capacitance is also available in ohm. So now this AC circuit will exactly behave as a DC circuit, that is resistive circuits. What is the meaning of that? The effect of XL will be cancelled by effect of capacitance. That is, suppose I am assuming this is current axis. The same will be voltage axis if it is resistance. That is, the voltage current phasor relationship will be like this in resistance. Similarly, while dealing with the inductor, the voltage leads 90° by current. So this is happened in inductor. What is the voltage current phasor relationship in capacitor? The current leads 90° by voltage. Correct? So by combining these three phasor relationship we got. So this is current axis. Similarly, this is voltage axis. While dealing with the inductor, it should be perpendicular. So in inductor, the VL should be lead by current 90 degree. In capacitor, the VC will lag by 90 degree. Either the current leads the voltage by 90 degree or voltage lags current by 90 degree. Both the statements are correct. Now VL should be equal to VC. Suppose assume this condition. You are standing here. Someone uh, someone means there were 5 persons which are pulling in this upward direction. The same 5% stamina will pull in downward direction. What is the condition of U? You will be in equilibrium, stable position. You should not go upward as well as downwards. So the effect of inductance will be cancelled by the effect of capacitance. At this condition only, that is, the effect of inductance will be cancelled by the effect of capacitance. Now look at the circuit, and circuit which has only source as well as resistance. Now you can easily understand the statement number 1. An AC circuit is said to be in resonance if it behaves in effect like a pure resistive circuit. So the effect of inductance as well as capacitance were absent. That is the meaning of resonance. Okay. What is next statement? The total current drawn by the circuit is in phase with the applied voltage. The total current drawn by, okay, with the applied voltage, and the power factor is unity. Okay. Power factor. What is the formula to calculate power factor? Cos pi is equal to R by Z. Okay. R means resistive. Okay. What do you mean by Z? Z means circuit total impedance. Here total impedance is equal to R plus JXL minus JXC. Why I have to indicate plus here? Because the input voltage leads output current 90. That is possible. Here in capacitor I include negative symbol. That means here the output current leads 90 degree by input. That is, without giving any input there will be some output. So to neglect this effect, I should include negative symbol here. That is, whenever XC comes you should automatically include negative symbol. So R by R plus JXL minus JXC. What is the condition of resonance? The effect of inductance and the effect of capacitance will be cancelled by each other. So what is the mathematical equation? R by R. R by R means 1. So now the power factor is 1. Power factor is 1 means the cos pi is equal to unity. Okay. What is the statement? The total current drawn by the circuit is in phase with the applied voltage. That is, if it is voltage axis, then it will be the same current axis. What is the meaning of these two? The circuit will be resistive. That is the statement number 1. Statement number 2 just resembles statement number 1. Okay. So that is the matter of resonance. These all are the basics of resonant frequency. Consider a simple RLC circuit. A resistance which is not energy storing element, an inductor energy storing element, a capacitor energy storing element. So these two were energy storing elements. Keep in that mind. Okay. As per KVL, what is Kirchhoff's voltage law says that the algebraic sum of voltage in any closed loop is equal to 0, or the sum of input voltage is equal to sum of output voltages. Here what is the input voltage? The voltage given by the supply is input voltage, that will be named as V. So this is input voltage. What is the output voltage? The sum of voltage across resistance, inductance as well as capacitance. These three were the output voltages, sum of output voltages, right? So what is the voltage across VR? As per Ohm's law, VR is equal to I into R. What is the VR voltage across inductor? I into XL. Sir, why can't you write simply IL, sir? The unit of L is Henry. We should make the circuit into homogeneous one. That is, we have to represent the inductance unit in ohm. That is most important. Hence, to make L, you have to XL. What is the meaning of XL? Inductive reactance omega L. So, Instead of L, I have to use XL here. Similarly, instead of C, I have to use XC here. Remember that the negative symbol in capacitor, without giving input voltage, there will be some current. So to remove that effect, I have to include negative symbol here. Okay. Next, I common, I common, I common. So take into outside I into R plus JXL minus JXC. So next step, you have to bring I into leftmost side, that is which is in multiplication in rightmost side, which comes into division. So V by I is equal to R plus JXL minus JXC. So what is the meaning of V by I? As per Ohm's law, that is nothing but impedance. Impedance will be denoted as EZ. EZ is equal to R plus JXL minus JXC. Right? What is the meaning of XL? Omega L. What is the meaning of XC? Omega C. So in inductive, in an AC circuit, at resonance condition, the circuit will be pure resistive. That means the effect of XL will be cancelled by effect of capacitance. That means XL minus XC should be equal to 0. So you have to substitute XL minus XC is equal to 0. Z is equal to R. Okay, fine. Now substitute XL is equal to omega L, XC is equal to 1 by omega C equal to 0. Now take the negative into rightmost side. Omega L should be equal to 1 by omega C. Take L into rightmost side, omega into leftmost side. Omega into omega, omega square, which is equal to 1 by LC. So omega is equal to 1 by root LC. The unit is radians per second. What is the meaning of omega? Angular frequency. Now omega is equal to 2 into pi into Fr, which is equal to 1 by root LC. That means Fr is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root LC. The unit is hertz. So this is basic simple derivation of resonant frequency. So resonant frequency Fr, the frequency at which the resonant occurs is called as resonant frequency. So simple definition. What is resonant frequency? The frequency which makes a circuit into resonate, that will be resonant frequency. So when XL is equal to XC, omega or omega L, which is equal to the same derivation what we seen in the previous slide. So next, how resonance will occur? What is the formula? Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So you should keep the Fr as constant. Don't disturb this. You should only modify the capacitance as well as inductance values. That is, if you choose a very C as well as very low L values, then you got a higher frequency, right? Similarly, if you do not disturb the L and C, keep L and C as constant, and you should only concentrate on changing resonant frequency. So read the first statement. In a series RLC circuit, a resonance may be produced by varying the frequency. You should only disturb the leftmost side, keeping the rightmost side constant. Similarly, you should disturb and vice versa. The resonance may also be produced by varying either L and C for fixed frequency. You may change either frequency or you may change the magnetic component size. So both these yield the resonance condition. So read the statements. When F is equal to less than Fr, Xc will be greater than XL, that is power factor is leading. That is, if we plot a graph between the maximum current Imax in y axis with the frequency in x axis, we got a plot like this. So that is, this is a limit. So at which a resonance condition occur? Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. That is, at that frequency, the condition, the circuit will be pure pure DC, even though it has AC. That means the effect of inductance as well as the effect of capacitance will be cancelled, right? Okay. So in this condition, cos pi is equal to 1. Statement number 1, statement number 2. Okay, fine. So why this region is capacitive? Why can't we pronounce? Please note this down. Xc is greater than XL. The value of XL is small and the value of Xc is high. That is, much more higher capacitance with smaller inductance. Xc is very high. Xc is very high. XL is very low. How could we define this, sir? Okay, fine. What is this? Origin. Origin means 0. That is F is equal to 0. That is x-axis value F is equal to 0. So we have two energy storing components. One is L, another one is C. Okay. What is the representation? Usual representation is XL. Usual representation is XC. XL is nothing but omega L. XC is nothing but omega C. Yeah, omega L is nothing but 2 pi FL. Omega C is nothing but 1 by 2 pi FC. Okay, fine. Substitute F is equal to 0 here. You got 0 Henry. Sorry, 0 ohm. That is, if you are substituting 0 and you are multiplying 2 pi L with 0, you got only 0 value. Here, if you substituting F is equal to 0, anything by 0 which is equal to infinity. So, at origin, we have infinite capacitance with 0 inductance. Hence, this region is more capacitive. The right hand side will be more inductive. Hence, XL will be greater than XC. Now you could easily segregate which region is capacitive, which region is inductive. So next, bandwidth. What do you mean by bandwidth? Suppose if you are listening FM radio, you have to automatically search 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. So that is the region which is available for consumers, that is available for us. Suppose if you are listening Suryan FM, that will be 93.5 megahertz. So 93.5 lies between these two values. What is the two values? 88 as well as 108. Similarly, 90 FM Rainbow, 106.4 Hello FM, everything will lies between these two regions. So bandwidth is nothing but a limit. Resonant frequency exists between these two limits, F1 as well as F2. Okay. So now read this. The bandwidth of any system is the range of frequencies for which the current or output voltage is equal to 70.7%. What do you mean by 70.7, which is equal to 0.707? That is divided by 100 means 0.707. 0.707 is nothing but 1 by root 2. How 1 by root 2 comes? VRMS, RMS value. The root mean square value. In the practical available unit is RMS unit. VRMS is equal to VM by root 2. IRMS is equal to IM by root 2. Hence, bandwidth is nothing but the distance between F1 as well as F2. What is the meaning of, what is the name of F1? F1 is nothing but FL, that is lower cutoff frequency. F2 is nothing but FR, FH, that is upper cutoff frequency. Higher frequency, lower frequency. So FR should be lies exactly center between these two, FL as well as FH. So that is the concept of bandwidth of an RL circuit. So next we should derive the resonant frequency as well as band. So now we have to write two equations. Equation number 1, left to the side is more capacitive, that is Xc should be greater than XL, correct? That is omega C minus omega L. X is equal to 1 by omega C. 1 by omega C minus omega L. Actually, suppose if you are listening Suryan FM, 93.5 is nothing but the exact noise free available channel of Suryan FM. But if you are keeping that frequency into 93.2 megahertz, that is you should reduce into 2.3. You can listen Suryan FM but with some noise. So here also we got to receive some channel. Here also we have to receive some information. Here also we have to receive. So from F1 to F4 we have to receive the information but not clarity. Hence we have to move F1 into FR. Similarly F2 into FR. That is 1 by, this is what, XC1 minus XL should be approaches to resonant frequency, correct? That is 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l should approach this resonant frequency. The approach means at that resonant frequency, what is the condition of a pure AC circuit? It will be pure resistive. Hence, you should substitute R instead of right side, instead of FR. So 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l should be equal to R. 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l should be equal to R. What is this 1 represents? That is lower cutoff frequency, omega 1c minus omega 1l. Similarly, we have to write equation on the right hand side. What is the right hand side? Right hand side should be pure inductive, that is more inductive. More inductive means XL is greater than XC. So higher value minus smaller value, omega L minus 1 by omega C, which approaches to resonant frequency, that is R. At resonant frequency, the circuit will be pure resistive. So what is the subscript 2 indicates? Subscript 2 indicates which is upper cutoff frequency. So equation number 1, omega 1 by omega 1 C minus omega 1 L should be equal to R. Equation number 2, 1 by omega 2 L minus 1 by omega 2 C equal to R. So with the help of these two equations, we can derive the bandwidth as well as resonant frequency. So keep these two equations in your mind strongly, my dear students. So now we have two equations. So now I am going to simply add these two equations, 1 plus 2, that is leftmost side with leftmost side, similarly rightmost side with rightmost side. So leftmost side, what we are having, 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l plus omega 2l minus 1 by omega 2c is equal to R plus R, which is equal to 2R. Okay, now we can couple capacitance omega 1c minus 1 by omega 2c. Similarly, minus omega 1l plus omega 2l should be equal to 2R, correct? Okay, now you have to take C into outside, similarly L into outside. So 1 by C multiplied by 1 by omega 1 minus 1 by omega 2 minus or plus L into omega 2 minus omega 1, correct? Plus L, which is equal to 2R, right? Okay, now take LCM. 1 by C into what is coming in denominator, omega 1 into omega 2. Multiply omega 2 with 1, omega 2 minus omega 1 plus omega 2 minus omega 1 should be equal to 2R. Okay, fine. Okay, what is the formula for resonant frequency? Resonant frequency omega R is equal to 1 by root LC. Okay, fine. Now squaring this, omega R square is equal to 1 by LC. Okay, fine. Now take C into left hand side. So C into omega R square, C into omega R square should be equal to 1 by L. Okay. Now what is our aim? Omega 1 as well as omega 2 should approach FR. So 1 by C into omega 1 should approach omega R, omega 2 should be approach omega R. That is, by dealing with a circuit, so this is F1, we should make this into FR. At that instant only we got exact information without any noise. So omega 1 should be equal to omega 2 should be equal to omega R. That is, F1 should be equal to F2 should be equal to FR. That is resonant frequency. So substitute omega 1 equal to omega 2 equal to omega R. So omega 2 minus omega 1 should be equal to omega R into omega R square plus omega 2 minus omega 1 should be equal to 2R. So 1 by C omega R square. So from the resonant frequency 1 by C omega R square, that is take reciprocal, which is equal to L. C omega R square is equal to 1 by L. What do you mean by 1 by C omega R square, which is equal to L? So you have to simply substitute L. So L into omega 2 minus omega 1 plus omega 2 minus omega 1 should be equal to 2R. Here also we have to forget one thing, that is L comes here, L comes here, L comes here. So L into omega 2 minus omega 1 plus L into x plus x 2x. So 2 into L into omega 2 minus omega 1, which is equal to 2R. So 2 2's are cancelled. So now omega 2 minus omega 1 should be equal to R by L. The difference between upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency is nothing but bandwidth, which is equal to R by L, radians per second. Suppose he is substituting omega is equal to 2 pi f, omega is equal to 2 pi f, f2 minus f1 should be equal to R by 2 pi L. So here unit hertz, here unit radians per second. So what is the formula for bandwidth? R by 2 pi L hertz. What is the unit of bandwidth in radians per second? R by L. So next, derivation of resonant frequency with the same set of equations. Now we are having the same 1 and 2 equation. So while dealing with the quality factor, we are just adding these equations. Now in right hand side, here also having R, here also having R. Now I have to equate 1 and 2. By equating equations 1 and 2, the rightmost side will be equal. Hence, leftmost side will also should have same value. Omega 1 C minus omega 1 L should be equal to omega 2 L minus 1 by omega 2 C. So now capacitance will be comes in this side, inductance will go to the right hand side. So 1 by omega 1 C plus 1 by omega 2 C should be equal to omega 1 L plus omega 2 L. So now take C outside. So 1 by C into 1 by omega 1 plus 1 by omega 2, which is equal to L into omega 1 plus omega 2, that is 1 by C into omega 1 plus omega 2, that is I have to take LCM here, omega 1 into omega 2 should be equal to L into omega 1 plus omega 2. So cancel the numerators. So remaining thing, omega 1 should approach omega r, omega 2 should also approach omega r, implies 1 by C into 1 by omega r into omega r, 1 by omega r square should be equal to L. So now interchanging these two variables, 1 by LC is equal to omega r square. So omega r should be equal to 1 by root LC, that is radians per second, or omega is equal to 2 pi fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So this is available in hertz here, which is available in radians per second. The unit is more important. Now what is half power frequencies? So the title itself, we should understand that at these frequencies the power available will be exactly half of Fr. Suppose if 100 watts power is occurred at resonant frequency, then lower cutoff frequency as well as upper cutoff frequency will have exactly 50 watts power. Hence it will be named as half power frequencies. Half power frequencies are frequencies which will give exactly half of the maximum power. Maximum power will be available at only Fr. So now we have to derive the formula of F1 or FL, that is lower cutoff frequency. Lower cutoff frequency. Okay. What is the formula of Fr? Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Okay, fine. What is the distance between F1 as well as F2? What is the name? Bandwidth. What is the formula? R by 2 pi L. So what is the distance between these? exactly half of the bandwidth by 2, that is R by 4 pi L. So from 0 this distance will be Fr. From 0 this distance will be, so we can easily subtract Fr minus R by 4 pi L. We have this distance. So this distance is R by 4 pi L. This distance is Fr. So we can easily calculate this distance. That is F1 or Fl is equal to the resonant frequency minus R by 4 pi L. So here also the unit heads will be used. Similarly, F2 is nothing but from origin this distance is Fr. From Fr we have half of the bandwidth. Half of the bandwidth means R by 4 pi L. So what is the value here? Fr plus R by 4 pi L. So F2 or FH, that is upper cutoff frequency, or F2, which is equal to Fr plus R by 4 pi L hertz. So next, quality factor. What do you mean by quality factor? So we have energy storing component in this circuit. So the inductor stores energy, which is equal to the energy stored in inductor is equal to half Li square. Similarly, energy stored in capacitor is equal to half Cv square. Suppose we are having a circuit with a resistor, inductor as well as capacitor. We are giving 100 volt. We may have 1000 volt here. How it will be happen? That is, some energy has been stored. How many times? That is quality factor. If the quality factor is 5 times of the input energy is stored in this circuit. Quality factor is 10. For 10 times the input power is stored here. Hence, higher the quality factor, lower the losses. So now read the statement. In a series RLC circuit, due to larger stored energy in inductor as well as capacitor, the voltage across these devices will be greater than the supply voltage. In other words, we can say that there is a voltage magnification. That is important word. 10 times of input energy, 5 times of input voltage. That is the meaning of amplification. The voltage magnification can be expressed by a factor called quality factor, which is defined as the ratio of maximum energy stored to the energy dissipated in one period. Okay, simple definition. What is the simple definition? The ratio between capacitor voltage or inductor voltage at resonance, that is Q factor is equal to VL by V or VC by V. So in a series RLC circuit, what is the current at resonant frequency? At resonant frequency, these two will be vanished. So I is equal to V by R. Correct? Okay. What is the value of VL? VL is nothing but inductor voltage. Inductor voltage is equal to current into inductive reactance by V. Similarly, while dealing with the capacitor, the voltage across capacitor is nothing but current into Xc by supply voltage V. What is the value of V? Now only we calculate I is equal to V by R. Substitute I is equal to V by R here. I is equal to V by R into XL by V. So V got cancelled. So XL by R. XL by R. XL by R is nothing but omega L by R. So that is the formula for quality factor. Quality factor is equal to omega L by R, as well as here also substitute I is equal to V by R here. I is equal to V by R into XC by V. V gets cancelled. Xc is equal to 1 by omega C. 1 by omega C R. So Q is equal to omega L by R. 1 by omega C R. Inductor voltage by supply voltage, as well as capacitance voltage by supply voltage. Here one more formula also exists. So we have the formula quality factor, which is equal to omega L by R. Q quality factor is equal to 1 by omega C R. Equation number 1, equation number 2. Now I have to write leftmost variable with leftmost variable. I have to multiply with these two variables, Q into Q, Q square, which is equal to omega L by R multiplied by 1 by omega CR. Omega gets cancelled. So L by CR square. Correct? Q square is equal to L by CR square. Now we have to calculate only Q value. So take root of L by CR square, which is equal to 1 by R into root of L by C. So formula number 1, quality factor is equal to 1 by R root of L by C. R, the voltage across inductor by supply voltage. R, the voltage across capacitor to the supply voltage. R, omega L by R. R, 1 by omega CR. So there were almost 5 formulas to calculate the quality factor of the circuit. Okay. So what is the conclusion of this video? We should know about the resonant frequency as well as the formula. What is the second term? Bandwidth. Bandwidth is equal to R by 2 pi L. FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Next. What do you mean by half power frequencies? The lower cutoff frequencies and as well as upper cutoff frequencies will be half power frequencies. 4. What is the formula for F1 as well as F2? FR minus R by 4 pi L. You have FR plus R by 4 pi L. Now quality factor 1 by R root of L by C. By knowing these formulas, whatever the questions asked in Anna University, we can simply and easily solve this. So in next video, I will upload some of the Anna University questions. Thank you very much, students.